What's up, everybody? This is the Chicago Sports Talk Michael back at it again with another Chicago Bears video. The Atlanta Falcons will be traveling to Soldier Field to take on the Chicago Bears. So on New Year's Day, so can the Bears end the 2023 year with a victory? So the Atlanta Falcons, this game is pretty evenly matched up to say the least. Both have very good defenses. Both have uh uh offenses that don't really are elite to a certain extent. So to this game needs to be a statement win, not only for quarterback Justin Fields, but the entire team around him. And regardless how you feel about Justin Fields, and if you want him to stay or don't want him to stay, or you want a new quarterback, Luke Getsy cannot be the offensive coordinator because I'm going to be honest, folks. We keep saying Eberflus is a dead man walking. Luke Getsy is a dead man walking. Regardless how the Bears finish out their season, I want Getsy fired because I don't see him staying because of the simple fact that this offense has not been able to stay fit under him. He calls plays that are predictable, and he's put this team in positions to lose games. So that's our overview. So the Atlanta Falcons, going into this game, have been pretty inconsistent as well. They have a new quarterback starting for them. That this is the second time they had to switch quarterbacks. So their quarterback as of this Sunday is Taylor Heineke. Now, Taylor Heineke is pretty mid. His ceiling's average. So, but they don't necessarily rely on Taylor Heineke to air the football out. They rely on their run game with Bijan Robinson. Bijan Robinson is that heart and soul of that Falcons offense. So Bijan, they're gonna obviously go with Bijan this game, especially that the Chicago temperature being 32 degrees. So they're gonna pound the football. So, but I'm not worried because about Bijan, but a part of me is telling me in the back of my head that this is probably the get right game for him. But we have to admit the Bears defense is a run defense is elite. So yeah, they're the number one ranked run defense. So they're gonna have to stack the box if they're going to stop Bijan Robinson. So this game, if I had to pick, I'd rather have Taylor Heineke beat me by throwing it to Drake London and all those random receiver, Kyle Pitts. I'd rather have that than let Bijan beat me because Bijan is that electric. So is Cordell Patterson, the former Chicago Bear. And with kickoff returns, I want the Bears to risk taking the touchback as much as possible because of the simple fact that Cordell Patterson is still a dangerous kickoff returner, even if, regardless how you feel about him being athletic player, electrifying player, but he's still a very good kickoff returner. But the problem with the Falcons offense is they're pretty inconsistent. Now, last game against the Colts, they were very good. But if you look at a game against the Panthers, they were very inconsistent and they lost that game to the Panthers. So their defense is a strong key, which is kind of weird to say because if you're a Falcons fan, you usually hear that your defense is the biggest weakness. But the biggest part of this weakness of this defense is their run game. Well, not as worse as the Cardinals. They're I think 15th against the run. So I think if the Bears want to win this game on offense, it's to pound that football. Pound that football. with Justin Fields, Khalil Herbert, Dante Foreman, Roshan Johnson versus Bijan, the former Texas running backs. So in this game, um, how will the Bears win this? It is to force turnovers. Yes, folks, force turnovers. The Bears defense did not get a single turnover against the Arizona Cardinals, even though I think majority of the time that they played well that game, even though I have to say this once, and I feel like this is kind of a trending spiral. I want Justin Jones to not be in coverage. Again, I don't know why Matt Eberflus thinks that is a good idea to have someone as big as Justin Jones is. Do not put him in coverage. He's not built for that. If you want to have an edge rusher be in coverage, I wouldn't recommend it, but that's probably the smartest route that you want to go. But I think the key thing is pressure on Taylor Heineke. Let him beat you by throwing the football. Taylor Heineke is not Patrick Mahomes. He's not Josh Allen. He's not Joe Burrow. He's not an elite quarterback. He's pretty mid. He's not even Joe Flacco type of good. He's mid to pretty below average, below average as seeing. So on the offensive side, Darnell Mooney will miss. And let's be honest, folks. As much as a guy that loves Darnell Mooney, and I wanted to see him succeed under this Chicago Bears team, and I wanted him to be that complementary wide receiver along with DJ Moore, because we all know DJ Moore is not going to get the targets forever. Mooney is possibly, and I mean possibly, playing his last 2 games here in Chicago. And I thought it was a coaching problem, and I thought it was, and people say it was a him problem. It could be both. But Darnell Mooney will not be playing with this game, which I am disappointed to see, because I wanted Mooney to be the next step up. Cole Kmet is questionable, but Eberflus said that he's on the right track to play in this game. And the offensive line is going to be healthy, I believe. Tevin Jenkins will play in this game after returning from concussion protocol. So this offense is going to have a key, going to have to step up this game, especially going up against a good defense. Not really elite defense, but some average defense. I think they're going in the right direction. So Luke Getsy needs to, at this point, it doesn't matter what I say about Luke Getsy to say what he shouldn't do and should not do, because he's going to do it anyway. Because we got to consider the problem. Whether you think it's Justin Fields, or rather you want to keep Justin or you want to get rid of Justin, Luke Getsy cannot be the offensive coordinator, because of the simple fact that he is a horrible play caller. And he's probably going to be jobless on Black Monday. So the writing is on the wall for Luke Getsy, but who knows? Maybe if he could finish the season off strong, he'll return next year, which I'm not going to be a fan of, because I don't like Luke Getsy. Because the simple fact that we had to abandon the run game in the second half and have to rely on Justin extending plays, rolling around on the pocket and scrambling to get first downs and more is a simple fact that there is not a good relationship between quarterback Justin Fields and offensive coordinator Luke Getsy. But more so, I think you should stick with the run game. I don't want Justin Fields to have a Patrick Mahomes type of performance against the Falcons. I'd rather have him stick to his strengths and play freely, because I wanted Justin to be the franchise quarterback next year. I just want him to be that quarterback. As for Justin Fields, I don't want him to make costly turnovers. He did very solid against the Cardinals, but that one interception almost concerned me in that game, because of the simple fact that after that interception, the Cardinals went down the field and scored. We cannot give momentum to the other team. I don't care who you're playing. You could play the 0-16 Cleveland Browns. And the one thing you cannot do by any means necessarily is give the other team momentum. So, folks, looking at this game, picking the home team, give me the Chicago Bears at a score of 21, Falcons 13. I think the defense is going to have another fantastic performance like they've been having all year. And I'm going to give my hot takes of a game performance. My hot take on defense is I believe that this is the game where Jalen Johnson gets a pick six in this game. And he's going to continue to doing good. Jalen Johnson has been phenomenal for the Chicago Bears lately. And I think he's going to get paid good this offseason. And as far as my offensive player of the game, I do have to take a hot take. I do believe this is Justin Fields. Has not really historic, but good, very good game. Regardless if it's passing, regardless if it's rushing, I think this will be Justin Fields' breakout game. I think that playing against his team that he grew up with, the Atlanta Falcons, I do believe he's going to want to put on a show and make them regret on passing up on him and taking up Kyle Pitts. So give me the Chicago Bears in this game overall. So, anyways, that's all for today's video. Hit the subscribe button and hope you all have a happy new year.